You won't believe it. Gray hair, my age. I started taking flying lessons recently. Do you know what my flying instructor told me? If you are starting here, wish to get here, say east, heading for this, and you have a crosswind, you will drift and you will land here. So you have to do what we pilots call crabbing, he told me. C-R-A-B, crabbing. You have to head for north of this airfield, and you have to fly that way, you see, as if you headed in this direction. If you are heading here above this airfield, then you will actually land here. But if you head for here, you are landing here. This holds also for man, I would say. If we take man as he really is, we make him worse. But if we overestimate him, it's premature, your applause, you will soon know why. If we seem to be idealists and are overestimating, overrating man, and looking at him that high, here above, you know what happens? We promote him to what he really can be.
We are very fortunate in Rogers County to have organizations like yours and people like you doing just that. Raising the quality of people's lives and helping them reach their full potential. And statistics show that when we get this right, some amazing things happen. Dr. Conrad Balkin found that doing some simple things like spending time with teenagers, giving them positive reinforcement, and having a meal together decreased their likeliness to get into a car with a drunk driver, increased their likeliness to use a seatbelt, and decreased their likeliness to use tobacco and alcohol. The National Council for Citizens and Education makes this statement: students whose parents get involved in their schools see fewer behavioral problems. They see an increase in their academic performance and are more likely to get into a college than students whose parents don't get involved in their education. A colleague of mine, John Williams, who is a correspondent and consultant for Newsweek, after working with over 2,800 students and parents, found that children who get into a mentorship or life coaching program see an increase in their GPA and college acceptance. They have more positive relationships in their lives and are more likely to volunteer in organizations in their community like yours. Now, the exciting thing is we can make these statistics real in Rogers County. Just one of us can make a difference.
When a woman stands up and says, "No, I won't go to the back of the bus," she didn't just affect her life. That decision shaped our culture. Or someone standing in front of a tank. Or being in a position like Lance Armstrong and someone says to you, "You've got testicular cancer." That's pretty tough for any male, especially if you ride a bike. Right? You got it in your brain, you got it in your lungs. But what was his decision of what to focus on? Different than most people. What did it mean? It wasn't the end, it was the beginning. What am I going to do? He goes off and wins 7 championships he never won once before the cancer because he got emotional fitness, psychological strength. That's the difference in human beings that I've seen of the 3 million I've been around.
Now, if just one of us can make that kind of difference, think about what can happen when we come together. Today is about sharing ideas and resources. Today is about raising the awareness of how we can help people around us. Sharing ideas, sharing resources, raising awareness. In doing so, we're going to bring some of these amazing and exciting statistics to Rogers County.